Can you guys hear me? What's still going on without me? Nuggets, you are not allowed to speak in my live. You will be removed. Real talk. You are here to listen. You
Okay.
caused enough
Can
harm and you have been violent enough.
can y'all
You don't
see
get to
me?
speak. You be quiet like you was quiet yesterday. Have that same damn energy.
Can y'all see me? By the
No,
way,
we can see your photo,
you
Coco.
can see my photo. I can't see myself, so I don't.
It
Because
got real weird
TT,
for a second. I was the only one in here, and I'm like, okay, am I talking to myself? I said, "Welcome to my TED Talk." I ain't know what else to do.
because I'm completely invisible. Okay, there I go. Because I'm like, wait a
Okay,
minute.
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and mute so you all can talk. I am here literally just to be supportive of my sisters because I feel like we can get to the bottom of this. So let's go.
Okay, I
Okay.
can't see myself again, so that's fine. As long as you guys can hear me, that's
I
okay.
can hear you and I can see you, Coco.
Okay, so here's the misstep, right? We had established that a whole blueprint and visual of what that protection entailed and what it looked like. That should have been consistent throughout the whole part. That wasn't for performance. We weren't putting on a performance. We were showing what that protection looked like and how it needed to happen for all Black women, not just those who we find palatable, not just those who, we're in a relationship with, you know what I mean? But all Black women. Because if it was a Black man doing that and said, well, that's my woman, or etc., I'm just going to only protect her, we will fall apart. We would drag them. And so the same thing, it applies here as well. All Black women deserve protection for simply being. We don't have to like them, know them or not, but it adds more to the injury with the fact that you were personal friends with Ray, both of you. You guys have built rapport, established trust, and you broke it. So it doesn't matter what your intent was or what you thought happened. You know what I mean? In this situation, there's an impact was made, and it negatively impacted Ray. And so in this moment, I don't want to hear anyone defend. I don't want to hear any aggression being met at Ray because the space wasn't held for her. And so you're going to hold the space for her now. And I need you guys to put on your big panties in this situation too and learn how to sit in the space and be uncomfortable, because it's not an attack just because she's expressing herself. There is no other way that she needs to present herself in this moment because she's mad and she has every right to be pissed the fuck off. So y'all sit and be uncomfortable with it and you hold space for her. The same way that you held space for everybody else and those Black men who dragged her through the mud aggressively. That was straight violence. Come on now. You're going to hold space for her. You are going to sit in this box and you are going to listen. She's hurt. That goes for you too, Nuggets. Sit and learn how to be uncomfortable in certain spaces when you are being criticized too. I've had to do the same thing. All right, I'm going to mute myself so Ray can have the floor.
So yesterday in Nuggets Live, that Breezy controls. Nuggets doesn't make any decisions without Breezy. Let's just preference that. Preference that. So if Breezy says live keeps going, live keeps going. If Breezy says turn off comments, comments are turned off. And Breezy's a Black woman. So I wanna make that clear. This is the second time that I've been in a live that I was abused and denigrated, that they both control, but mostly Breezy controls. Because Nuggets doesn't do anything unless Breezy tells her to. So when I was sitting in that live yesterday as a mod, instructed to keep the violence out. That was the instruction, that we was going to have a space where Black women can speak and be heard. All of a sudden, other people came in and was allowed to speak. Not only was they allowed to speak, but they was allowed to lie. One for 45 whole minutes on me, and never got an interruption once. Black men at that. Pat came in accusing me of something I did not do, talking about his live, telling he's not a safe space. Ray's talking about me. Never once any of you interjected. Never once did you correct him and say, that's not what happened. That's not what happened, Pat. Because you both know what happens. We speak regularly talking about this. Mostly you guys are on this app following trails, not me. You didn't correct him. You didn't interject. You let him try to dog me out quickly, with ease. The minute that I got in the box to speak about it, Breezy interrupted me, said this live is going to the left. I'm just gonna take over and speak over my voice. We're not letting this happen. But you let him talk about me. But the minute that I start speaking, all of a sudden it's interjection. That's to save you. You're a selfish human being, and you uphold white supremacy more than anybody I've ever seen. You have learned those tactics and you have skilled it, in my opinion. And you use it against Black women. I'm a Black woman. I try to defend myself and you interjected immediately. And people were there to watch it. These are the same people that were in that live yesterday. And I could not defend myself. Very dismissive. And that's not the first time this has happened. But this was on a platform. Then I am blocking people who are harassing and agitating the live. You didn't give a long ass speech about how TikTok blocks people. And if you have to correct some of the mods, then you will address it. That's just logisticals, because mods shouldn't just be removing people for no reason, blah, 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 blah. You're throwing me under the bus. I'm the mod. They keep on calling my name directly. They're not talking to anybody else. They're saying Ray is doing this. Ray is doing that. You knew that was an ambush. You knew that was about attacking me, and you let it happen. You didn't say a word. Oh, well, that's just logistics, just dismissing. Nuggets is like, oh, I'm not blocking anybody. My hands are, I'm not blocking anybody. You threw the mods under the bus. We were doing what was supposed to be done the first time. But it seems to me that you guys like the drama. You like the soap opera. You like to be disrespected and disrespect. And then you want to act like a victim afterwards. You key in the crying. You key in the distracting children. You key in the panic attacks. While you let other Black women be abused in your lives. I blocked like I was told to. I moderated like I was supposed to. And you threw me under the bus. You let people call me out directly and never protected my name once. And to add insult to injury, I literally blocked Little Pat because he came in alive trying to attack you. I have blocked him 3 times and you let him back in. I blocked him for you. I was protecting you, but you don't need protection because you're a master at this. Correct? I know I know Breezy's not listening. I know her very well. She doesn't care about anything I have to say. She's just waiting for her moment to talk. That's why I think this is worthless. But I'm going to hold space, Coco, because you asked me to. But I know she does not care. It's all about Breezy.
No, I didn't ask for them to hold space for you. I told them to listen because
No,
it's
I'm
your
saying
turn
you
to
asked
have.
me to hold space and let them in, else I would not even be letting them in. I had a
No,
private conversation with both of these
actually,
people,
I
and I
told
know Breezy don't
them.
give a fuck about me and how I feel. She literally told
Yeah.
me last night she's going to do things the way she wants to do it, no matter how I feel about it.
No,
And
I
even if
didn't.
that means giving people 45 minutes to attack me,
Hmm. No.
she will
So,
let them do that for
in
receipt's sake.
context, what I meant, actually, let me make myself clear. I know you're upset, but listen to me intently. What I said was I wanted them in here because I didn't want telephone to happen. I didn't want people instigating, spreading rumors, saying this and that. I wanted them to hear for themselves. I said the space is for you. This is your life. One, you run it how
Yeah.
you want to run it. But I was saying that this needs to be opportunity for the space to be held for you that wasn't held initially, and that they need to
Okay. Thank
actually
you. Thank you
hear.
for clearing that
Yeah,
up.
yeah, and that they need
Um,
to hear and
so
be active listeners right now in
she's
this
not
moment.
actively listening. She's actively trying to protect herself in the live. She's actively having private conversations with people. You don't know her like I know her. But okay, I'm gonna hold space for this because I want people to see the truth.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily
After
mean in the box. I just meant in the comments.
at the end
Is
of the
what I
day,
meant.
I reached out to Breezy and I told exactly how I felt. I said 45 minutes of somebody denigrate my character is not cool. You're not even interjecting. And she says, well, Ray, I have a system in how I do things. It's not logical for me to combat words that are not true. I told him to bring receipts. If he brings receipts, then I told him I would address it. And I said that is not logical. Logical thing is you do not let somebody come and denigrate somebody's character 45 minutes straight and not interject once. And to tell them that bring the receipts and then you'll hold me accountable. Are you kidding me? You threw me under the bus so you can save yourself. You used me as a scapegoat so nobody could look at you. Because really what they came to talk about is the fact that y'all accused Carnival Girl of being the one who was being violent against you. But you used me and you let them denigrate me for 45 fucking minutes. And then when I hit you up, telling you how I felt, you basically dismiss me. I can show the text, but I think we're big enough to know what you said was highly inappropriate. You were so dismissive. Basically, you're gonna do how you want to do things, all while hurting me. And I'm bringing it to your attention. And I find it disingenuous for you to say, oh, I don't want to address untruths, all while asking me to go in other people's spaces when they post about you. Please go and protect my name. But now you don't want to address people. But when it was you being attacked, all these, all these, all these posts about you and your protection. Please protect Breezy. She's being attacked. You weren't the only person being attacked, Breezy. You were the only person centering yourself about the attack. That is the difference. I decided to protect Black women instead of protecting myself. I didn't decide to go on a whole campaign about protecting Breezy or protect Ray. I said protect Black women. You decided to protect yourself in this. And your girlfriend did the same. She centered you. No, I want the comments. Turn the comments back on. Because comments is facts now. You were violent yesterday. You left me out there to dry by myself. And then to add insult to injury, when I hit Nuggets up and I said I do not want to get in the box with him. But when he is done, I will get in the box and I will defend myself. I hit Nuggets up. I said, I want to be in the box with them. I'm going to jump out of the box. I'm not participating in this. Well, I'm talking about the facts that the people who were there and witnessed that live, they know what happened in that live. That's what I'm speaking to. So thank you for correcting me. I won't say comments are facts. I'm saying people who were there and witnessed that live, they know I was brutalized in that live and no one protected me. And that is a fact. It is fair because when I addressed her privately, guess what she did? Ignored me. You let me be berated publicly on an app with no protection, no safeguard. That's what you did. You held space for people who literally have dog walked you in their space. You want to hold space because you just want to get back in everybody's good graces. And you will use me to do that. And that was painful to watch and painful to sit in. I left the live, came back. This guy is still talking about me. And you're just sitting there. And then you pushed Beauty in the conversation who doesn't even know what's going on. That was cruel. You're just sitting there. You're worried about you. You know what you said at the end of this? Well, show me the receipts. But I just want to say, I'm tired of people holding me accountable for other people's actions. Keep my damn name out your mouth. Don't lie on me. Went right back to you while you let me be brutalized. And I have used my space to safeguard you over and over again. In Nuggets, I don't even expect anything different from you. You have shown plenty of times who you are, and I didn't want to believe it, but now I know for sure who you are. You have no space. You are like every other white woman. I should have never forgotten that. And I protected you in my life too, which I've never done for any white woman. She allowed Pat in the live to attack me. Pat literally came in here saying that I'm talking about him, and nobody rebutted it. And the minute that I tried to come in, Breezy took over and interjected. You sure know how to speak when you want to speak, but you was super quiet when people were attacking me. So which leads me to believe that that was an ambush. That was purposely done. It makes me come back to the moment when I speak was coming at your neck and you try to throw me in it. It makes me think about that moment on Mr. Jones Live when I speak was like you was holding spaces for this little girl to be attacked. And you was like, I wasn't the only one in the live. It was another woman in the live. You were talking about me and everybody started saying, it was Ray, I speak, it was Ray. You were throwing me under the bus that day. You're disgraceful. All to save your ass. And I've never done that to you. And I speak, called your ass out and said, I'm not talking about Ray. I'm talking about you. I feel betrayed because I was betrayed. And I'm speaking from my heart and no one is going to tell me how to speak. This is my live. You don't like what I'm saying, you are free to leave. I'm going to speak the way I speak because I'm hurt. I'm disappointed in her mostly. Nuggets, not so much. That's character flaws. This ain't got nothing to do with whiteness. Some people are character flawed. These two are character flawed, in my opinion. They plot and they discuss and they make up shit and keep it going. This is a show for them. They enjoy this. I do not. And some of these people that's in this comment sections are actually them under other accounts speaking on their behalf. They do this quite often. And I'm not playing games. I come to burn the fucking bridge so that nobody will ever cross it again. And I mean what I'm saying, and I'm saying what I mean. This is not real. This is not fun for me. I moved on from this weeks ago. I held 3 days for this conversation. I gave it all I got and I moved on. I was not on a campaign going in different people's lives. That was them trying to clear their names. I did none of that. I never went in nobody else's space. I never tried to clear my name with anyone. I mind my business. I stayed in my space where I feel safe and I kept it going. I kept it moving. I'm not in it for views. I actually do care about Black people. Black women especially. And the reason why I'm calling her out is because when I tried to call her in, she disregarded me. And since you allowed me to be denigrated in front of an entire app, I'm going to call you out now. Ain't no friendship between us because you didn't friend me yesterday. Actually, Danielle, I do know her. I've had drinks with her. I have celebrated my birthday with this woman. So I do know her. But again, my measurement of friendship may not be her measurement of friendship. And I recognize that at this point. And I can hold space for that. We're no longer friends. Go ahead.
Okay. I sat here and I listened to everything you said, right? You've already stipulated at the end of this, you said we're no longer friends. I'm going to
Correct.
hold you to that. That is your, time's right to decide. Quite frankly, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not capable of this. So I'm not going to sit in a position to say that I can't defend myself in this because I know for a fact I'm not capable of some of the
You know,
things that are being required. I just don't have the tools available mentally to be able to recognize certain things, to
yes, she
not
does.
think in a certain. I don't have it available, so I would like to say
She's
at
a
this
liar.
point, if anybody
This is technique and strategy. She
would
does this
like,
all the time in everybody's live.
I'm not capable, guys. Okay, I just am not. I don't
Pride, go
have it.
ahead.
I
She's a
don't have
liar.
the leadership ability. Okay.
Hang on, wait a minute. No, Ray, give me a moment, please.
She's running. This is
Breezy.
what she
And
does.
okay, no. Let me, please. Breezy, we're not doing
Yeah,
this.
let me take a moment. Yeah,
Breezy,
you're right. You're
Breezy.
right.
She always needs a moment.
Listen, both of
She
you
always
at
needs
this
a
point,
moment.
both of
No,
you are
somebody
going
said apologize, and I wanted to
hold,
say yes, I do need
hold
to do
space
that.
for me in this moment, and everyone stop talking.
Okay.
Shut up. First of all, Breezy, you're a grown ass woman at the end of the day. You're not a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it comes
No,
to accountability, you are going to have to eat it up, whether it makes you uncomfortable or not. We're not doing
I
this
take that.
every single time. When you're uncomfortable, you're going to pretend as if it's too much. No, because in
No,
that
this is not
moment,
too much. This is good.
no.
This is not too.
I'm speaking.
Okay.
I'm speaking. We're not going to do this. In this moment, someone felt betrayed and hurt. You are going to have to accept that despite your own personal feelings, because her feelings, her safety, right? Her regard was non-existent to you. So you do not get to center yourself in this
Right.
moment. Okay? You don't get to center yourself in this moment. All right?
Okay.
This is what we tell white women to not do,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
We tell white women to not do this. And so we're going to hold you to that same standard. Okay? You can't do this in this moment. She's
Okay. Let
hurt.
me.
Okay?
Okay.
So you can't disassociate.
Right. I'm trying not to. I did try to just now because You are right. I was trying to have people understand me, and it's not about me. So I'm going to take a pause and go back and say, Ray, I'm going to go into another portion of thinking right now and say that I heard you and you sound very betrayed. You sound very hurt.
No.
You
We're
sound
not
like
doing
you
that.
trust.
She
Okay.
told you, not
She
sound.
is.
She spoke.
You are
Okay.
betrayed. You are hurt. You witnessed your friend in a live be silent and listen to somebody say things about you that were harmful and hurtful, and your friend said nothing. Your friend did not protect you in a, your friend did not protect you the the way that, this is hard for me because I felt that I was, and I am wrong because I'm wrong. I didn't, that is not how I protect. And you felt that you wanted your friend to shut something down, and your friend did not. Your friend did not drop the person, your friend did not stop the person.
No, why she's speaking in third party? She's
And
speaking in third party to disconnect herself.
I
Why
want to, no,
speak? I did
I'm
not
speaking in
protect
third,
you. You did not
I'm
protect
just
me.
trying to I did not protect you. The reason I'm saying friend is because I want the weight of it to be held that I'm not just somebody on the app.
Then say
I'm your
I
friend in real
as
life.
your friend. Say I as your friend,
I as your
Breezy. Do
friend,
not
I as your
dissociate.
friend in that live, I as your friend in that live did not stop somebody from speaking things against your character and speaking things against you. I am sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry that I betrayed our friendship.
Doesn't sound genuine to me either, but I'm gonna let her have it.
There's no other way for me to, I don't think that the friendship can go on because I know for a fact there's no way for me to operate in the way that is necessary to maintain certain types of friendships, and I am sorry. The standard that is being
She's
held,
lying.
okay, the standard that is being held to be able to see certain things, I just don't have. And there's no other way to put that. The same manner that people saw me in that live and saw that I was safe.
You're breaking up, Breezy.
I cannot see that other
She's
people
breaking
can
up.
see.
Nobody can hear
I
her.
just don't.
Yeah, you're breaking up, Breezy.
Can you
Drop
guys hear
She
me
out.
has to
now?
come back in.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
Can you
Go
hear me
ahead.
now? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot sit in this space and not just be, I have to be candid with everybody so that whoever needs to separate from me should separate. I cannot
No, we're not doing
say
that
that
either.
I
Listen,
It's
no,
about
no, ma'am.
I can't let
We're
her.
not
I
doing
can't,
that.
guys.
Listen, let me speak. Let me
I,
speak.
I, Coco,
You
I
can't
don't,
do that. It's not again,
It's
Breezy.
about
It's
her.
not about you. It's not about you
I
in this
don't know what to
moment.
do
It is about
She's a
because I
you.
don't want
liar.
to hurt anybody.
Right
I
now,
don't want to
right
hurt
now, right
anybody.
now,
I don't want to
we're not
hurt
doing that.
else.
You can be uncomfortable, Breezy. You can. No one, and a matter of fact, you don't even have to elevate
I
that because we
my
know how
brain operate
uncomfortable
the
it
way
is. We are
other
grown ass
brains
women.
operate. I
Stop
can't
talking.
do.
I need you to stop talking. I really
Okay.
do, so you can hear what I have to say. You can't hear me if you're not listening. You cannot dissociate. You cannot center yourself in this moment at all. It is not always going to be about you in this moment. Right now, she is hurt. You can simply say you're sorry if you mean it, but you're not going to explain away what your intent was and what you feel should have or felt happened. You can't do that. This is what white women do. When we're telling you that we're not going to allow you to get away with that in that moment. Listen, be apologetic.
Okay.
Keep it short. If you really mean it, keep it short, because that's how you sincerely apologize. Listen, I understand the impact, right? No matter how I feel, I understand the impact that is made because you expressed that, right? I'm sorry in this moment. I'm going to take some time and reflect and process. And then you leave it as that. And then later on, when Ray, if Ray wants to, then she can forgive or accept the apology. Okay. But the accountability, it has to be self. And so I can't force you to be accountable, but it has to be self. But I can tell you this. You cannot center yourself the same way that white women do, not in a space with Black women. You cannot weaponize any fragility in this moment either, because white women do this stuff and we are sick of white women doing this. And so we're not going to allow you to do it either. You don't get to be any exception in this moment. As a Black woman, you're going to have to understand that. It is going to be uncomfortable. It does hurt, right? But
yes,
in this moment, you have to sit in that uncomfortableness. You have to sit in it, swim it for a while so you can really get it. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Now,
Okay.
I'm going to ask for you because I really don't want you to over explain yourself, Breezy, because I have ADHD and I get that. When we get uncomfortable, we tend to want to over explain. So in this moment, for you to save you, all right, I need you to remove yourself in this moment because you've already apologized.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
This is not an attack on you. Okay?
It's
This is
violent.
not an attack. It's not an attack on you. I'm not weaponizing violence against you. But in this moment, I do need you to step away now that you understand. Step away now, okay?
I do don't harm. I just want to make sure that this is what Ray is saying. And
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
as I said,
guys. I actually am not sorry. What I recognized, and I know for sure because I know her personally, all this huffing and puffing and breathing, and I'm overwhelmed and I can't. This is not how my brain works. It's bullshit. She will center herself in a minute. She will cry. I cannot. And this is why I didn't want to hold any space for her because I already know how it was going to go. She uses the tactics of white supremacy, uses tears so people can say, oh, she can't do it. She can't handle it. She's overwhelmed. And then you forget about her wrongdoing because you're so busy trying to coddle her. And I'm not playing that game. I know what she said to me when I addressed her last night. And it was no apologies whatsoever. She basically told me she's going to do it the way she feels fit. And the way she sees it is it's logical to let him do what he did to me and wait for receipts afterwards. And that was painful for me. That was extremely hurtful. I had to stop speaking to her last night, and she continued to go and then tried to turn it on me, which is the tactics of a narcissist. Oh, this is selfish, Ray. How is it selfish for me to ask you to protect me in your life? She didn't protect me. She gave somebody 45 minutes to denigrate my character. She was not protecting me. She was protecting herself because she didn't want to speak out against it. She didn't want the backlash of speaking out. That's why she was silent and completely silent. She literally responded to my text like, oh, wait, Ray, this is selfish. I can't be what everybody wants me to be. I can't protect people in the way they want me to protect them. And it's like, listen, you have asked me literally to go on other people's posts and protect you. But now you don't know how to protect me. Now all of a sudden you don't know how to do that. It is very gaslighting. And the fact that she started this is how I know this is not real. The fact that she started her first thing she said to me, which is what a narcissist would do, is you said we're no longer friends and I'm going to hold you to that. That was her first statement to me. She came in and she said, you said we are not friends and I'm going to hold you to that. That was a narc move right there. I know what a narc move is. That's what she wanted to reiterate. She doesn't care about me. She doesn't care. No, if you wanted to be accountable, you don't start the conversation off with, you said you don't want to be my friend and I heard you and I'm going to hold you to that. You started off with, listen, Ray, I heard what you said and I am so sorry that I put you in that situation and I did not protect you. And you begin to tell me how you did not protect me. And then you can end it with, but I understand if you feel after this that you no longer want to be my friend, I can uphold that. I can respect that. But you don't start a conversation off like that if you truly, truly are apologetic. And I know that for a fact. So I'm not falling for it.
Now, if you don't mind, Ray, I would like to speak about what it looks like to protect Black women in moments like that. What should have done. Like, I want to paint the picture of what it should have looked like.
Yes, ma'am.
What it should have looked like in that moment was that Ray was in the box and those men who antagonized her, who painted her as the aggressor, stayed in the comment section to listen. They should have never been given the floor. We got to see what they were doing in their own life. Did we not see what they were doing in their own life? We were watching it from your phone, Nuggets, right? We should have never held space. They were entitled to it. At what point do we understand that protect Black women means protect Black women at all costs? That means that those Black men should have sat in that comment section. I don't care if they had to fight for their life. They should have sat in that comment section. And those Black women should have been protected and they should have took up space. That's what I mean. They should have took up space. The Black women take up space.
Yeah.
Not the people who were causing the harm, not the people who were instigating, not the people who chose to believe in rumors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not the people who allowed and mocked. Come on now, Breezy. These were men who mocked you receiving a death threat.
Absolutely. We watched them on live. We watched them on live do that.
Them online together.
And we sat there. We watched them on live do that. And we sat there together and defended the whole, because I was a part of that entire conversation. Literally defended the fact that they were being disrespectful, like using our platforms, our voices. We had hundreds of people in there. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to, but if you even want to look at it from that perspective, like, are you serious? You're being defended here. And then I got caught up in the bullshit because it pivoted literally in like half a second. I'm literally in the middle. Y'all on mute. I'm like, I have my volume down real low. I'm in the kitchen cooking dinner for my son. Like, I don't know what's going on. I come back and they talking about like her this, she that, whatever. And then Ray DM'd me and she was like, let me tell you, they were talking about me and this is what happened. And I was like, what? How did I get dragged into this? What is happening? Why are they being disrespectful to you like this? Like, what is the issue here?
She dragged you into beauty
it was,
because she
I
asked
was
you to speak to a
pissed.
subject you had nothing to do with it. She
I was
literally put you
pissed.
in the middle.
Pissed. Like that's mad disrespectful, bro. Like you don't do that. Like that's you. Why would you? Why this is? We are literally up here as Black women supporting each other, trying to build a better community for us, making sure we are,
Right.
boots to the ground. We're talking about activism, all of the things we're already doing in our community, and then this is what we do. Like pissed. I was hot. Immediately unfriended, unfollowed. Immediately like get out. I don't even want to see you. I don't want to see you in my For You. I don't want to see you. No, because this is crazy. Ray,
Black people
I
that
am
part.
sorry I can't apologize for them, but I am sorry. Like, I don't even know what else to say. It's not, I don't think, I know my sorry can't help what she did, but Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
Yeah, I felt so bad
This should
because I
never
went
have
and took
happened
a
to you.
nap, and
Never
I
have
wish I
happened to
woke
you.
up. I wish I just stayed because I went and took a nap, and then all this unfolded, and I'm like, fuck,
Literally,
you know what I
we were
mean? Like,
talking about menstruation products and shit.
yeah,
What? How
because
did, and then these
I,
guys come up here and I'm like, who are these people? What is going on?
I wish it was there. I really do wish I was there.
It was ridiculous. Don't even. When I went back and I saw what was actually going on, I said, this is fucking crazy. So all of you Black women that are out there, don't entertain their space. Do not.
Stop going into their spaces,
Do
giving
not.
them views. Stop going and supporting
None of
them.
that.
It is violent. There was no reason for a space to be held for Pat. He has 1 million followers. He doesn't need to come in anyone's space. What he did was perpetrate violence against me actively. And he should have never been allowed to do that. And I'm going to say that again.
Right.
And I'm not going to back down on that because it is
Period.
like people are not seeing that. He should have never been able to say, Ray this, Ray that, nothing. Shut down, because that's what I do. That's truly holding a space for Black women. That is truly saying Black women are safe here. You will never be harmed in my space.
And they should have been denounced in those comments. Let them stay in the comments, but every act should have been denounced on that spot. And Black women should have been held to space. The ones who were affected, which was Ray as well. Ray should have been able to speak her truth in that moment and let them hear it for themselves. And
She
kept them in the
silenced me.
comment section. Your
Coco,
space.
she literally silenced me when I was trying to defend myself. And that's how I know what I know. She did not allow me to speak. She interjected immediately when I was speaking.
Listen,
So
as Black women too, I'm gonna say this. This is part of seeking male validation too. Stop it, because that's some internalized misogyny as well. You don't hold that type of space for men when they're being toxic as hell. When they weaponize tools of white supremacy, when they are trying to assert dominance with their patriarchy, at no point do you ever do that. That's seeking male validation. Don't ever do that. You don't that's right. You don't co-sign with them. Don't ever do that.
she did co-sign. Her silence was complicit.
No male validation at that point.
And how I know she can speak up, because she interjected when I tried to speak and protect myself. So all that I can't speak, I didn't want to, I have a certain way I do things. You interjected when I spoke. So I know this is not true.
Right.
And if you asked me to campaign for you when you were being dog walked on this app, going to different people's lives, then I know that you're not far above it to actually hold space for someone else. And you never have. Your whole campaign has always been about protecting Breezy. I was death threat. I was called out. I was attacked. And I told you, stop centering yourself. And I told you privately, stop centering yourself. This is about Black women.
Yeah.
Do not
And that
have
they should have
Nuggets
not.
make a
We had to.
post about apologizing to you. If Nuggets needs to apologize to you, then she should personally apologize to you. Do not put that on the app. It is totally washing out the voices of other Black women.
Mm-hmm. And Nuggets, hopefully you're still in here too as
She's
well.
here.
Nuggets, you should have practiced intersectionality.
Yep. That part.
You didn't practice intersectionality at all. You should have practiced that. In that moment, Black women should have been the priority, and that should have been it whatsoever.
Yep.
Boundaries that they have set should have been upheld in that moment. And those Black men in those comments, because this is how intersectionality is, right? Black men still have a privilege. They still
Thank you,
got a
Coco.
privilege.
They really do. They forget that
They
part.
should have stayed in the comments. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because the space is for you, Ray.
I mean, I've exhausted it. I was so hurt and I became so angry, and it literally, while she was speaking, I felt so gaslit. And because I know what she's doing, I know these tactics. And I just couldn't believe it. I'm more disappointed in myself because the first time I was thrown under the bus when I Speak was coming at her and she tried to deflect and call me out.
Yeah.
When she did that, when I Speak was calling out, she tried to center me in it and say I was the other woman attacking that little girl. When I never attacked her, by the way, I just told her she cannot be in a live lying on people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was adamant
Yeah.
about that.
Right.
I didn't know that
the
until
first
that
time.
day. Well, matter of fact, I didn't even know that until after the conversation. Because again, I was like, everything was muted. I was like doing my own thing. And when I came back and like, there's a recording of it. Like I watched it. I was like, what the fuck? Because I kept seeing comments and people was like DMing and people was like talking about it with their TikToks. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I saw your DMs. I was like, what the hell? The entire thing was fucked up. The entire thing. The entire thing. Never again, never a fucking again. Like, please don't entertain them, because they literally, they are about themselves. They're literally about themselves.
It's terrible. And I personally only reached out to you, Beauty, because I felt like you was thrown in it. It's like, Beauty, what do you have to say? Beauty, can you please speak now? And I'm like, wait. Don't put this woman in the midst of this. She doesn't even know what's going on. And I felt like at least I should tell you what's happening, because you had no clue.
None.
And so
whatsoever.
for somebody to
And the things
actually
that
get your perspective on it was disingenuous, and it really put you in the middle for attack. And I really was concerned because I didn't know what they were going to say or do to you. And I'm just like, now you're adding another Black woman so you can be deflected, because really they was talking about Carnival Girl and her saying a Carnival Girl sent that attack.
I don't even know who that is. Like, I have no idea who that is. That's the thing. I was like, I don't even know what's going on, because I joined the live because they were talking about other things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit was.
I joined the live because we were talking about healing Black women and anti-Black men.
Right.
That's what I joined that live for.
Yes, because that's what we were doing. Oh, that shit was.
Were we all talking about standing 10 toes with each other too?
You said what?
Some people were talking about standing 10 toes for themselves, while we were saying stand 10 toes for Black women, and that's what I recognized.
Exactly.
Right.
That's true.
They were saying Black women. They weren't saying all Black women, and that's what Nuggets
definitely said. We were all definitely saying like we're a step for any of us. That's just because that's who we are. That's what we do in real life.
Mm-hmm.
In real life.
Exactly, Oz. Dude literally laughed at her death threat in his live, and she held space for him to brutalize me.
Yes.
God have mercy.
Literally laughed at your death threats in his life. You literally hit me up about it, you and Nuggets. Literally told me this. I had no idea this was happening because I had disconnected myself completely from the conversation. I was moving on with my life and I was talking about anti-blackness. That's all I was focused on. You look at my post and I'm talking about these people who are anti-black. You literally sided with someone who laughed at your death threats.
Yes.
Yes,
And threw
Patrick,
me under the
and had
bus
hosted
so
a
that you
whole
can
live
save
of people
yourself.
mocking her.
And you hoped, what you hoped for is that I would not say anything because I normally don't say anything. And you banked on that because I normally just shut the fuck up and go about my business because that's what I told them to do. But this time,
Okay.
I understood the assignment and I was not going to let you walk away unscathed while you uphold white supremacy and all the tools and tactics of white supremacy, even down to the crying and the kids screaming in the back and you're not in control. You are fully in control of what's happening and you control Nuggets' every goddamn move.